So we're back to the bungalow here in the basement. And the original floor, the concrete floor, for some reason, did not have a good surface on it. You can see where they painted it. And then because of the concrete just kind of flaking right off, you can see it's kind of sandy. It couldn't hold the paint. The paint's just flaking right off. And in some places are worse than others. Like over here, pretty bad. So we decided to lay down these pieces of granite. They're about 1 inch thick. They do vary a little bit. We're laying them down, leaving a gap, trying to fit them in decent. And then we're going through with mortar mix, filling them in. Now I went a little high on some of them. When I initially started, I, for some reason, thought that would be cool. But it's not really that cool because it just makes the floor too uneven. So this corner is that way, but from here on out, I'm doing them much smoother. And you can see some mortar gets on the granite, but it's going to come off. You know, it doesn't really stick, so it'll come off. So we'll do a good sweeping, and then maybe might even seal the concrete with just a floor sealer. We did that before at our other house when I did put stone down, and it worked very nicely. So the cool thing is these are pieces of granite that were getting probably crushed into smaller stone, but basically they're scrap pieces from countertop process, pieces that couldn't be used. So I have a really cool variety. I really love stone, so it's really wild. This one's from, I think, South America, Brazil area, they said. So it's really all over the world. Who knows where all of it's coming from, but just very cool. Very, this one's even got some pink in it. Yeah, just cool. And some might be man-made to some extent, like maybe this one is. But they're just higher in silica oxide, so they're more glassy in some cases. But most of them I went with the natural stone. But you know how cool it was is really what I did. That was my factor in pulling them out. So we're gonna continue working on this today. We're just using, in this case, I for some reason decided to use mortar mix type N. I can't remember why. I thought it was good. And you can see where we're putting the posts. So that's another project we'll talk about. Might as well talk about right now. We're putting more posts in to keep the bungalow a little straighter in the center. It had dropped down a little bit in some spots. Not much, like a 1/2 inch, but it shows in the molding. So we put one piece big, one piece down, and then an oval piece from a sink cutout, just to keep them a little bit off the main layer. So, and also around the outside edge. Let me show you over here. We have more light. There was a little trench going around the outside edge, so we're not going all the way to the wall. We're leaving the trench. So in a sense, we're making the trench a little deeper. And that way it can run over to here and then into this big hole, a big dry well. So we'll be mortaring around that, doing some type of, I'm envisioning like a table, like an octagon table type of thing. And then a countertop on it just to keep it safe. I don't want to get rid of the dry well. You know, it is a good preventive thing. For the most part, this is a dry basement, but you never know. If we have leaky pipe or something, things could change quickly. So I like the idea. It's a deep one too. We'll go over that later, but it's a good 12 feet deep. Okay, so I'm going to get back at the floor, get mixing up some mortar, and I'm just troweling it in, sitting down. Oh, I first wet the joint, spray water in the joint, and then I start putting in the concrete. And then just move a little bit and keep going on. Takes a while, but it's looking good.